Hi everyone, welcome to another Transformers toy review. Today we're taking a look at another figure from the Kingdom line from War for Cybertron. This is Optimus Primal. He's a Voyager figure. Normally I kind of show all the packaging beforehand, but with it kind of being around sort of Christmas time, I kind of opened him up and had a little play around with him. Do have the packaging to the side, so I will show you that in a minute. In fact, let's just show you that now before we get into showing you the figure. This is the box that he comes with, which I think I've shown you before. It's got some great artwork on of him in beast mode, and they're in robot mode. You've got the arc in the background, Maximal symbol on the top, and plus these all the other stuff relating to kind of Beast Wars and bits and pieces. Awesome artwork on the side here. Rhinox, so hopefully we'll get another Rhinox. Dinobot, which we know is coming. Tigertron down at the bottom. Bumblebee, RC, Air Razor. Got Optimus there. Scorponok, another cool one. Obviously Megatron there, Galvatron. Trying to see who these two might be in the background. Got Unicron there. Really cool stuff. And then on the back here we've got Optimus Primal in robot mode and beast mode. 22 steps for transformation, and you get, pop that off to the side, you get his instruction manual here, which again has got this kind of green theme to it. Go through here, it shows you two transformations for the gorilla mode, so one where he's crouching down and one where he's up like that. Really, you know, I can't imagine many people are going to have him like that. It's probably more or less going to be like that, I would think, most of the time. Yeah, but there is that. The backing bit, you know, the bit that he sits in, is this kind of golden disc kind of backing. So I guess, yeah, I don't think you could really use it for anything. There's bits that you could probably cut out. In here, there's like a thing for a character card. Now, being Optimus Primal, you would think it would be Optimus Primal, wouldn't you? But no, you get Black Arachnia with this one, and I mean, it's a cool card, don't get me wrong, and you've got the Kingdom stuff on the back here. It's a cool little collector's card, but I can't help but thinking that's a mistake unless you just get random ones with each one. But we'll soon see, I should say, as we go through them. So it must be like Deluxe and Voyagers they're doing this with, because I've done two of the basic ones and they don't come with the cards. So anyway, gets the actual figure himself. So he's a Voyager class figure. He is a little bit on the small side for a Voyager, I would say. If I bring in Soundwave, who I've been using recently for a lot of comparisons, get him here, and you see Soundwave's I'd say a fair bit taller than him, and just a bit sort of chunky, I would say. He's a little bit taller, not hugely. And here's Rat Trap from the line, so you know that's kind of scale works. Really is quite diddy in that respect, Rat Trap. Yeah, so he can hold these two swords in his hands. His hands open up, they just fit in that groove there. It's a nice snug connection. You can just then move his hands over there. There is some nice sculpt work on this in terms of the fur and everything. Even his hands, there's some nice detailing on it. It's not just like a smooth surface. You can see like his fingernails and things like that, which is really nice. Paint wise, all the kind of grey bits of the ape are painted. On the fists, I think these grey plastic and then painted black, but it fits in exactly. The colour matches really well, and that kind of fades out as well, which is nice. Silver on the crotch is done really well with these kind of blue pieces here. That same kind of metallic blue through here, and then a lighter metallic blue here. Again, all the paint is spot on. On the head as well, it's like this blue plastic, silver, white, red for the eyes. Again, everything's done spot on. Even the legs down here, white paint. Look at that. There is some rub in there, so That is something to be aware of. I don't know if you can see that. Some paint has rubbed off in the corners there. So that's unfortunate. And it's, I don't think any of the silk was rubbed off, but you can see just in there where the white is, it's a little mark here where it's obviously just rubbed off, where it's been a bit too tight to that. It's come off like that. So just something to be aware of. Red paint on the knees, done nice, and white and red on the sides, lovely. Even the swords are painted. I think it's like a blue plastic painted silver at the top. More red in here, which is done well. Then on the back here, the ape feet, you've got this grey plastic which is then painted black. Again, that kind of works really well. As well as the sword, holding the swords, if you take them out of his hands, just kind of slide them out either side. He's got a few of the kind of gimmicks that the original character did have. In terms of aesthetic, they've gone for like the cartoon look to him, where he's kind of got a mix of faceplate and a mouth in here. So he's kind of got the old Optimus Prime face mask, but then he has got a mouth that you can see in here. You've got a couple of notches on the back here where you can plug in your swords, one on either side like that, and they hold in just fine like that. He also has these blasters, and the way to work them is you have to sort of push it from this side here, and as you push it through, it will then appear on the other side, and then you can just kind of pull that out a little bit further. But yeah, it's a bit of a tricky one, bit of a different way of doing it. But then he's got a little blaster on his arm here, like that. And then same on this side. Just want to push it out. If you're struggling a little bit, just get hold of one of these and just push it out, and that should push it all the way out then. Yeah, that one's all the way out. And he's kind of used his signature blasters on his wrists like that, and then you can just push them back in like so. There's a bit of movement on them, so you can kind of move them forward and back like that. Yeah, it's quite a nice little touch, and then just push in like that. There is also a couple of blasters on his back, which he comes like that at the package, and you just kind of, you have to pull this bit back, and then, and this is to do with the transformation as well, so they're a little bit harder to pull out of here. So okay, push these bits out. Got my little thing. Okay, let's hook that out like so. And then when you close it, all of this back down here, you can have these kind of moving forward like that. Kind of works quite well. I think I prefer them tucked in. Obviously, you can have them up like that if you want to. Entirely up to you. The head does rotate all the way around, so it's a good bit of articulation. You can look up and look down a fair bit as well. Nothing sort of to get that kind of confused primal look. There is a bit of a butterfly here which sort of pushes forward, which is more used for 8 mode, but you do get that in there. The arms rotate all the way around. Like I said, you've got this nice kind of moulding for the fur. The arm rotates here at the bicep, goes all the way out to there, out, around, all the way around, swivel around here. Double jointed elbow goes all the way up there. It does kind of ruin the sculpt a little bit when you do that. And the fists rotate around like that, and the fingers open up like that. There's no movement on the thumbs. Right, coming down to the waist, that rotates all the way around, so you get everything that you need there. The legs kind of go up to there, back to a certain point. They're kind of hindered by this back piece here, but if you move it out of the way, you can get back to there. There is a slot at the back here to use a flight stand if you want to as well. Close that up. The knees get you back to there. If you unplug it from here, because it plugs into his knee, it can get you back to there. If not, it kind of gets you back to about there. So that'll also bend a little bit forward as well. You can rotate this a little bit side to side, but more out than in, I would say. And then the feet can move forward like that. So the toes move forward, back a little bit. This foot piece can move back, and then kind of a little tilt either side. So all in all, a pretty good range of motion. Certainly better than the original figure. Yeah, he's quite diddy. He's probably a fair bit smaller than the original Optimus Primal that we got, which was Mega Class, I think. I've got them all up in the loft at the moment, so if people want a size comparison, what I'll probably do is wait until I've reviewed all of the figures and get down, you know, Rat Trap, Black Arachnia, Optimus Primal, Megatron, and do a bit of a size comparison video if that's what people are interested in anyway. Anyway, getting on to the transformation. It's a little bit different. So move these bits over here so you kind of hide the robot bits like that. Push these bits down like that. Like I said, you're going to pull this bit back. Now it does seem a little bit tight, but it does go back or forward. Now it does go back. So just push it back. It is a little bit of a tight connection. You then want to wiggle this bit out, turn the head around. These bits want to come down. You can have them up in this mode, but I prefer them down. So I'm going to do that. You then want to get the gorilla head and turn that around like that. You're going to push this bit back in. This bit is going to turn around. So you've got kind of got the ape chest at the front there. These legs will turn around as well, like so. So that bit's at the front here. This bit's going to come back in here, and it should peg in. And you can see the starting is nearly, you're very close to getting your beast mode sorted out. Okay, sort these arms out a little bit. And this is where these bits are used really for kind of leaning forward. The face sculpt, I have to say, is brilliant. I really do love it. It's got a real, you know, beast quality to it. They've gone for, you know, proper gorilla look to it rather than something similar to the toy or the cartoon. They've gone for something different, and I think it looks spectacular. I would keep him in this beast mode, I think. Excuse me there, just taking a quick swig of some tea. It's really cold in here. These legs, you're going to push them back into there, so you kind of hide them away a little bit. This bit here is going to swivel around like that. You're then going to move these bits back, so peg that into there, and then sort of move the monkey feet forward a bit like that. This bit I found a little bit tricky when doing the transformation. These bits kind of come out a little bit. I would like to see them come out a little bit further like that. Then this bit is going to kind of come down here and cover this bit in here. Not sure if I've got all of that right. Let's try and sort this out a second. Not quite sure I've got these legs exactly right. Yeah, I think you want to have them a little bit further forward, I think. I think like that. No, I think that's I think this is the kind of standing up mode that they've kind of got for him. so that's, I think that if I've got that right, that is the standing up kind of gorilla mode that they've got. I think so, with these bits a bit further forward like that. So that's your kind of standing up gorilla mode, which isn't too bad. I mean, you've got all of this kind of at the back here. The legs and stuff don't look great. The top half looks really good. It's just, yeah, a little bit awkward. For the actual kind of proper gorilla mode, just looking at the instructions just to make sure I've got it right, because I did this last night, just transforming it there. It didn't look quite right, but I think how you do it, just looking back at it, is you kind of got this bit here, and then it's gonna, this bit here is gonna just peg into there like that. Then you're gonna bring those forward like that. So it's a little bit different. So it's a bit more similar to how you had it with the robot mode, really. Like that. That bit forward. Like that. And then you really want to kind of get your get everything kind of facing forward, and that's kind of your gorilla mode. And you see it's hard to do with this because I've got the camera pointing down a little bit, but you can have him so if you're looking at him dead on, he kind of looks like that. And then, you know, that looks like a gorilla, doesn't it? I would like to kind of widen out the legs a little bit, but you're kind of a little bit restricted, and as soon as you do that, everything kind of comes out. This bit doesn't really kind of click in as such. It doesn't look like, it just kind of folds over that area. So it would be nice that it just kind of clicks in, but there is this clip here, but that's for when it folds into there. You can still have these on him as well in this mode, so you can just peg them on the side here, you know, and he could still hold the swords if you wanted to, if you want to get him upright and hold them, or equally if you want to have him on one knuckle and kind of get him kind of moving his hand forward, you can do that. If you rotate around slightly, you can sort of get him beating his chest as well, like that. So yeah, I mean, to get him in that position, you do need to have him sitting all the way forward. It's great though, because the head moves all the way forward. You know, looking at it like that, obviously it's broken up, but if you're looking dead on like that, he looks spot on, and the head does kind of move from side to side, so you can kind of you can get him looking like that. I think that looks really good. I really like the gorilla mode on this. all the way up like that. Look, even like that, I've kind of got him. He's looking up now at the camera, so he's actually looking further up. I think that works really well. And you got the side to side. These bits move forward as well. You can move out. All the same articulation on the hands. The feet are a little bit limited. If you want to get him standing up a little bit more, you can kind of use the toes there a little bit. But it's great. I mean, the head sculpt just makes it, and all of the sculpt work that they've done to make this look like fur, it looks fantastic. I'm a real big fan of this one. I think they've absolutely knocked it out of the park in terms of beast mode, and that was my criticism of the Rat Trap one, that it didn't look really good enough in that kind of beast mode. But this one looks absolutely brilliant. I really do love the look of him. Can't recommend this guy enough. Definitely. And I'm going to have him in this beast mode, have him on display like that. I think he looks great, and looking forward to reviewing more of these guys. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. This has been a review of Optimus Primal from Kingdom. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, all those good things, and happy new year to you all. Bye bye for now.